Okay, this video is to give you a little information on what I'm expecting for the write-up for the DSP project. Now, number one, this can be pretty brief. You can get this done pretty quickly, I believe. What I'm going to want to see is all these major headings. Okay, so you'll have, you know, the title. Of course, you should have your name on this. Everybody needs to turn on their own. All right, and what I'm wanting for the first heading is an overview of the approach that you're going to take. And so most of you will have gone through this process with a state diagram, so you would have just something that describes how you did this in general. So you implemented the state diagram, and the state diagram had some control signals, and you generated the timeout feature by doing whatever you did. So it's just a paragraph or so giving an overview, all right? So from there, you're going to flesh out some of the details. All these headings should be in your write-up. Next, you'd have just a figure with the state diagram with a brief explanation of how you progress through the state diagram. Then everyone had to do some type of frequency estimation and some type of way of evolving through the signal to extract the information. Describe the control signals that you use. If you had some thresholding, what was the method for doing thresholding? If you had frequency estimates, how did you produce those frequency estimates? How did you make that independent of sampling rate and block size, if in fact that's what you did? And what were the reasons for doing any filtering? Right, so this is probably the meatiest section of the report, is section C. I'd like a heading with the timeout feature and briefly how you did that. And then ultimately, to get this project to go through all the different test bench signals, you had to make some system parameter trade-offs, like maybe the frame size, thresholds that you used, filter parameters, etc. Explain all the knobs that you use to tune this up, okay? And then you probably made some observations as you're working through the project on what kind of trade-offs you needed to do to make everything work out right. Like you might have had to decrease the frame size because otherwise you weren't getting distinct tones, things like that. Just a brief write-up of that. And then put in your code with some comments. That's all that we need. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.